Conde, Digital Painting Tutorials.
What's up, digital painters? Welcome back to another episode of the Digital Painting Tutorials. My name is Jesus Conde. In the previous episode we have basic coloring, and before that we did from sketch to liner. Don't forget to check that out. Today we have an awesome episode about lighting. This is the content we're going to explore today, so let's get started. The first thing we need is a variation from light to dark. So we're going to start by making a copy of the layer. You need to be clear where your key light is. We're going to make a variation from light to dark, from the left to the right. Now that we know where our light is coming from, we take the layer we created and open Hue and Saturation properties and dim down the lighting option. Now in the same layer with the soft brush, we erase where the light hitting directly. We can still modify the Hue and Saturation properties to make it darker. I made a copy of the layer, the one with the basic coloring, and merge it with this one. You can merge the layers using Ctrl E. Now it's time for Occlusion Shadows, which are the shadows that happens when two objects are too close. I invite you to watch this video if you want more information about this. To make these shadows, we create a new layer, use a soft brush, and just with a single stroke, I make a shadow where I think two objects are too close. Then I just erase the surface that is on top. This is an easy way to do it, and remember that these shadows are really soft, nothing like the cast shadow, which are the ones that we're going to do now. Remember that the cast shadow is when an object cuts the path of light to another, so we need to be aware of that path. You can make few lines like this to know where that path is. And remember to use a new layer for everything. I can just dim down the cast shadow using the opacity on that layer. Having that opacity on the layer, I can use a full pressure on the brushes, and it still will only affect the amount of opacity activated on the layer. Never use completely black shadows, unless you are making a horror painting or a scary theme. Now let's use the dodge tool. You can find this tool with the letter O on the keyboard, but be careful. It's the one with the black magnifying glass icon. This tool is really important on the next steps, so it needs to be set up correctly. Make sure that it says highlights on the range options and not midtones. With this tool and with the soft brush, let's dodge where the light hits the most. In light, we tend to see more saturated colors, so we take the brightest color with the eyedropper, and then, with the color picker, look for a more saturated version of it. I'm gonna do that with the purple and blue color in this area. Now that we're going to use that color where the light hit the most, or in the areas that are perpendicular to the light. Now I'm using a bigger brush because I want to cover a bit more space and make it look soft, but I'm also using this brush at 30%. Be careful of where you apply these new colors. Notice that I'm only doing it where the shape turns towards the light. Right now I'm trying to clean a little, but normally I do this at the end, in the detailing stage of the painting. Now I need to find a lit color for the green parts. Right there I'm making a bright spot that obviously got to point towards the light too. And notice how it gets cut by the cast shadow from the shapes on top. In this case, I didn't use the dodge tool directly on the painting. There are a lot of different ways of working at this stage. Now you have a lot of information going on in your painting, and you can feel a bit free about the strokes, mostly switching between the keys I and B on the keyboard from the eyedropper to the brush. I always use the spacebar on the keyboard to move around the painting. I recommend you do that. Finding your keys with your left hand really quick without looking at the keyboard is one of the most important skills you need to practice. Always check out the progress from what you had before. You can see the difference turning on and off the layers. This exercise needed something else, and I'm a fan of making backlights, but I needed a color that stood out from the painting, so I used white with a little bit of orange. You can make a little arrow to guide yourself of where the light is supposed to hit the most, and remember that the light is not at one side but far in the back of the image, so the result is that the light is only at the edges of every shape. For the subsurface scattering, I took the color with the eyedropper and picked a more saturated version of it. An easy way to understand what subsurface scattering is what happens when you turn on a lantern and cover the light with the palm of your hand. Because of the light that is going through your skin and you have flesh and blood inside your hand will turn red. Now I'm doing something that is called specular, which is a bright spot that shows depending of how shiny the material is. If you want more information about this, you can watch this video. In this case, the material is shiny, not too much, but kind of like a dolphin skin. At this point, it's kind of exaggerated it, so it looks a bit like plastic. From now on, we can have a little more fun painting. It's mostly going to be searching for mistakes, making bounce lights, fixing shadows, and repairing stuff before going into detail. Right there, the skin is supposed to be softer, so it catches the light a little more. I wanted to have a transition from light to dark, and by doing that, I noticed that I needed more bright color from the skin between the shells. We got to be careful and leave the shadow parts as they are. Don't put bright colors on it unless it's a bounce that is hitting in there. Here I wanted to make a beam of light catching this part. We only have to take a moment and think, what could catch some light, what doesn't. There will be moments in which you can make artistic decisions instead of a scientific one. You'll put some light here and there because it looks good and not because it's supposed to be there. With the eyedropper, I take a bit of the original color and blend it with the backlight. This gives a little more realism. I thought something was missing, so I added a third gray light, really soft coming from underneath. It looks more like a reflection, which is good, because the skin is reflective, and this is made on a new layer, of course. Okay guys, this is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that there's a link in the description where you can download this image. On the next episode we will finish with the details, and please don't forget to check out my other videos. Please make a comment saying what tutorials should I do next. And if you like this video, share it and support me by subscribing to this channel. There is also links in the description to follow other material that I share. Thanks for watching.